Today we're ranking Magic the Gathering's most legendary artifacts, or frankly any legendary artifact, starting with Embercleave, thanks to Bob Talks Bridge. This is a six mana, big air quotes here, legendary artifact, which is an equipment. Flash. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each attacking creature you control. So normally this isn't actually 6 mana, it's usually 2. When Embercleave enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. An equipped creature gets +1/+1, has double strike, trample, and equip 3, which is borderline useless because who the hell is equipping this for 3? What you're usually going to do is you're going to swing with a million creatures. Your opponent's going to block with something, and oh my god, that poor soul that just blocked is about to get just whooped real hard by the Embercleave. It'll be played for 2 mana, enters the battlefield, and the creature is just going to trample and double strike over it. So make sure you don't chump block when you know your opponent has 2 red mana up. This was such a frustrating card to play against. Anyway, Embercleave. This is... what am I taking a picture of here? I guess maybe the sword over here. This is what I'm supposed to take a picture of. I'm going to put it A tier. You know, this is not the strongest card in the world. It was very, very good in Standard back in the day at the time that it was printed. You can play around it by just killing the creature that is eventually going to get the Embercleave. It's still a really good artifact, though, and has incredible surprise value. Next up, we got Waghill with the Ozolith. The Ozolith. This is that how it's spelled? I don't remember an A in it. Yes, the Ozo. The Ozolith. 1 mana legendary artifact. Whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it had counters on it, you got to put those counters on the Ozolith. Now, at the beginning of combat on your turn, if the Ozolith has counters on it, you may move all counters from the Ozolith onto target creature. So basically, if a creature has counters and it died, don't worry, you don't lose the counters. It gets stored and stashed on the Ozolith, and then on the beginning of combat, next time, you can put all those counters onto one of your creatures. A very, very clever little trick the Ozolith is. I don't know where it stands like these days. It's like it's not a bad card. It's a good card. I would say it's very you know what? It's very mana efficient. We can put this. I think we can put this in the S tier. There's a lot of very, very strong decks based around this, especially when it comes to decks that involve counters, whether it be it could be charge counters, it could be regular +1/+1 counters. A lot of ways of maneuvering counters around with this thing, and it's very mana efficient at 1 mana. I definitely think this is S tier worthy. Next, Blue Bomber with the Agatha's Soul Cauldron. This is an insane card too. 2 mana legendary artifact. You can spend mana as though it were mana of any color to activate abilities of creatures you control. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them have all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with Agatha's Soul Cauldron, and tap. Exile target creature card from a graveyard. When a creature card is exiled this way, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. I mean, this is another banger card. It's graveyard hate, but it also doubles as like a pump spell. It doubles as like a combo card when it comes to activated abilities. And like as a lot of people who play Agatha's Soul Cauldron know, you can exile like a Grist, and then your creature has Planeswalker abilities, has loyalty on it. That's how bizarre and effed up this card is. Also, I think is just S tier. It's a wonderful, flexible. Like, you know, it can either be good value. It can also just be a combo card, as it normally is. Next, we got Gillum with the Reality Chip. Reality Chip, 2 mana, 0/4. Equipment Jellyfish. You may look at this. I didn't know this was legendary. I guess there was only one of these jellyfish. You may look at the top card of your library anytime, and as long as the Reality Chip is attached to a creature, you may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. Reconfigure for 3 mana. This is the type of card that if you got it in like an affinity deck, the card will do very well. If it's not in that shell, it's just going to be sort of mediocre. There's not a whole lot of decks that can abuse this because you want to be able to like play your lands and play your spells and really go off. And so if you have like a really clunky, chunky deck, then this thing is not going to go off, even though it's sort of it's a future sight-like effect. I will, however, put it into the A tier. It's not worthless. I think there's better out there. Pacers fan forever with the godsend. Thanks so much for your super chat. You like this card, huh? 3 mana, equipment. Equipped creature gets +3/+3. Whenever equipped creature blocks or becomes blocked by one or more creatures, you may exile one of those creatures. Opponents can't cast cards with the same name as cards exiled with Godsend, which unfortunately in Commander is it's sort of weak. I mean, it's sort of weak. Let's just say that. It's not the greatest ability. And you can also get equipped for 3. It's like a I look at this like a super sword, but most of the swords are not that particularly amazing. This is like, you know, it's good. For the people who love the swords out there, well, I don't have as much love for them as you do. It's a 3 mana equipped for 3. That just makes like a pretty big creature that you don't really want to block. B tier. That card is a godsend. Next up, we have Rest in Serpentine with the Masamune. Masamune is a 3 mana equipment. This is going to be an equipment show. As long as equipped creature is attacking, it has first strike and must be blocked if able. That doesn't sound good. If equipped creature has, if a creature dying causes a triggered ability of this creature or an emblem you own to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. That's just great. If a creature dying, whose creature is gonna die? Are we hoping our creature dies? If a creature dying causes a triggered ability, oh, I see. It can happen anytime. Interesting. I thought it had to happen in combat. I'm thinking, like, why are we sending our creature out to its death? Hence why we want it to be blocked and then it dies. Gillum says, every Universes Beyond set has a ton of legendary equipments. Well, I guess now is the time for this show. This card is a little confusing to me, to be honest. I mean, I get it's a really hard way to like double triggers off of your stuff. Like it's 5 mana. I'd say it's a little convoluted, but I'll put in the B tier. The card looks like it could have much bigger upside, but I mean, I have to see that upside. Next up, super chat from Little MX Doom. Thanks so much for your super chat. Throne of Eldraine. Throne of Eldraine is a 5 mana artifact. As Throne of Eldraine enters the battlefield, choose a color. Tap, add 4 mana of the chosen color. Spend this mana only to cast monocolored spells of that color. Oh, nice. Restrictions. So it's like a super Lotus, except you get to use it over and over again. Pay 3, tap, draw 2 cards, spend only mana of the chosen color to activate this ability. Spend only, so if I choose blue, I can add 4 blue. And it has to be spent on monocolored spells. This just seems like a very over-glorified, like, what is it, Lotus, Gilded Lotus? Yeah, it's a super Gilded Lotus. That does draw you cards. Don't get me wrong, that's strong, that's pretty good. But you know what? In one-on-one Magic, this is outrageously clunky. But you know what? Commander's gonna save it. I'll put in the A tier. Marcio with the Endstone. Endstone's a 7 mana. Oh, it's a beautiful art. 7 mana legendary artifact. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell, draw a card. Nice. At the beginning of your end step, your life total becomes half your starting life total rounded up. Oh, God. Am I just gonna die? At the beginning of your end step, your life total becomes half? I'm just doing, like, my opponent's job for the most part. It seems danger to me. Very big danger to me. It's probably better than C tier, but it's so expensive and it sounds like it kills me. I'm putting it to C tier. It might be B tier worthy. This is definitely like super high risk, somewhat high reward. You can get life back. Did it say that on the card? It didn't say you get life off of this card. Yeah, sure, you can use other cards to gain life, but you're gonna keep losing half of it. Reading the card explains you at the beginning of your end step, your life total becomes half your starting life total. Oh, I see. If you're too low, then it becomes life gain. Okay, it earned its way back to B tier. It earned its way back to B tier. I thought it was cutting our life total in half over and over again. Yeah, half your starting life. Like at the beginning of the game. That's right. At the beginning of the game. Don't worry. Okay, bingo. Nikachu misunderstands card. Leon Corgi, the Mind Stone. Is that legendary? Oh, it is legendary. 2 mana. So, is this like? Do we have 2 Mind Stones? Hold on. Mind Stone. It's separated by the. Okay, it's separated by. We've got Mind Stone and we have the Mind Stone. We really needed that. Okay, 2 mana Infinity Stone, indestructible. Tapped out a white, and for 6 mana, tap Harness the Mind Stone. Once harnessed, its infinity ability is active. This feels like an Unfinity card when reading it. So infinity ability, at the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 other target non-land permanent you controlled and return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. At the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 other target non-land permanent, and then we just get it back. That card is insane.
No, God, please, no.
That card is absolutely bonkers. This card is I'm not gonna say it danger, but holy crap, that is a lot of value packed into 1 card. So it's a mana rock that can put permanents from your graveyard onto the battlefield. Seems disgusting to me. What? And it's not even like this harness the Mind Stone part. It's not even a sorcery speed ability. You can just be like pass the turn. Okay, I got a bunch of mana up. Okay, I'm gonna harness the Mind Stone. It's pretty damn good. S for the Soul Stone. Oh, is that how it works? No, that's the Soul Stone. It just blinks your permanent. Anyway, I got the Mind Stone here. People are confusing the crap out of me. We got Tommy Henson. Thank you very much for your super chat. Love ya. Ain't got no cards to highlight, but streamers got to eat. Thanks so much. I prefer to eat. Do you know who else loves to eat? People in chat. We got Toilet Duck with Brea. You're gonna get the super chat here. I'll give you a super chat sound effect. What is this? Ethereum Sculptor. 4 mana 4/4. Human legendary artifact human. When Brea enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 blue Thopter artifact creature tokens with flying. Pay 2, sack 2 artifacts. It can deal 3 damage to target player or planeswalker. By the way, this is 2 of any artifacts, not even the Thopters we put onto the battlefield. Target creature gets -4/-4 until end of turn. That is crazy. It's a really good removal. Or you can gain 5 life. Gaining 5 life might even be useful for this. No, it's not useful. It's thinking back at that the end stone. We don't need to. Just make sure we just don't die. That's all. Do you know what I don't like though? Paying mana for my activated abilities. That's what I don't like. That's always the bane to any activated ability or any ability. Period. B tier. There's a lot of abilities. I like all of them, but you're going to be always constrained on mana. Yeah, if you can't get around the mana problem, you just can't play your stuff. Next, we have from the freebie section, we got Benny's. Have we already done Akroma's? Nope. Akroma's Memorial. You were here early. The show has just started. We haven't even gotten to our first sponsor segment yet. Akroma's Memorial, 7 mana legendary artifact. Creatures you control have flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste, and protection from black and from red. And I'll tell you, this card, it slaps. It slaps. It does, you know, I would say this card is pretty crummy in one-on-one Magic. And that's why it's going to get A tier. It's good. It's a very good card. So Commander is pulling its weight. Very, very strong A tier card, in my opinion. Not a free roll. The thing is, these cards are very expensive. If you don't have a board, this card's useless. If you have a board and this gets countered, it's also useless. But I'll tell you what's not useless, and I'll tell you, it's FusionGamingOnline.com, my favorite place to get my Magic the Gathering cards. Deal of the week this week, 15% off all Ultimate Guard accessories. you know, deck boxes, binders, and you're going to need them to fill them up with all your Marvel superhero cards, which just came out fresh, hot off the presses. Get your favorite superheroes and many more, or even your Ninja Turtles with coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. And of course, it also supports the channel. Supporting the channel is very, 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 very important around here. Thank you very much, everyone, for supporting at FusionGamingOnline.com. Next. Oh boy. Heroes Podium. What is Heroes Podium? Doesn't get more legendary than this. Okay, it's a 5 mana artifact. Each legendary creature you control gets +1/+1 for each other legendary creature you control. This sounds terrible. Pay X, tap blue at the top X cards of your library. You may reveal a legendary creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. This looks so clunky. Okay, I think we found our first C tier card. It's just too clunky. You're spending so much, you need a big board for it to be even doing anything. C tier. Super C tier. Next, we got Marty's Rules with the Pico Hammer. Thanks so much for your super chat. What's a Pico? Sounds like a Tamagotchi. Pico Hammer. Oh, it's just the Hammer of Nazan. 4 mana. Equipment. Whenever Pico Hammer or another equipment you control enters, you may attach that equipment to target creature you control. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Because equipment's big. I mean, the downside of all equipment is that you got to equip it. But here it says if another equipment enters, you can just attach that thing to something. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has indestructible. Not bad. Not bad at all. Equipped for 4. But actually does not equip for anything. How do I grab this? Just gonna get a little bit of this Pico Hammer. Okay, that's not bad at all. A tier. I mean, it's basically just 4 mana, make a creature indestructible, and also all future equipment are going to cost nothing, and nothing is a good price. Navinral's Disc is not legendary. Sorry about that, Kevin Lopez. Probably should have been. Actually, who knows? Maybe Navinral had millions. Is it? It's not legendary, right? What is it? Nevi. I don't even know. I never remember how to spell Navinral's Disc. I'm terrible. Yeah, it's not. It's just an artifact. Benjamin with Skyship Weatherlight. Skyship Weatherlight, a 4 mana card. When Skyship Weatherlight comes into play, search your library for any number of artifact and or creature cards and remove them from the game, then shelf your library. That sounds terrible. Pay 4, tap, choose a card at random that was removed from the game with Skyship Weatherlight. Put that card into your hand. You may remove any number of artifacts. So I could, in theory, pay. It's an 8 mana tutor because I could get 1 card. I could just get 1. And then, so it's 8 mana tutor anything. Can't be worth it. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna put it D tier. I'll put it C tier. Like, it is just an 8 mana tutor. You can get some other stuff too, but oh my god, that's so expensive. We got next super chats. Little MX Doom Page Loose Leaf. This sounds like an uncard. I am wrong. It is not. 2 mana for a 0/2 construct. Also happens to be a creature. Tap for a mana. It's like a mana dork. Grandeur. Discard another card named Page Loose Leaf. Reveal cards on the top of your library until you reveal an instant or a sorcery card. Put that card into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. What a weird card. So I can discard another loose leaf to look for an instant or sorcery card. And it's a mana rock? Okay, so it's a mana rock for 2 mana. That's not bad. How good is this thing? Reveal cards, put the rest on the bottom of your library, so we're not building our graveyard with this. We're just gonna get a random We're literally just gonna get a random card off the top of our deck. We don't even know what's coming. Okay, I don't know how good or bad this card is. I'll also put it into the C tier. It seems okay. Like maybe it should be worth a little bit more just because it's like a mana rock, but it's a creature. It's a 2-mana creature with no outside crazy upside. This guy is crazy in Pauper. Oh, is it popping off in Pauper? I don't care. C tier anyway. It has been done. We got Barbed Tarbox with the Pandorica. Pandorica is a 3-mana artifact. You may choose not to untap the Pandorica during your untap step. For 2 mana, tap. Untap another target non-land permanent. Then it phases out. It can't phase in for as long as the pen. Oh, it's like a maze of it. It can't phase in for as long as the Pandorica remains tapped. When the Pandorica becomes untapped or leaves the battlefield, that permanent phases in. Activate only as a sorcery. But you could also do this. It's any permanent. You could protect your own permanent. You could also exile something of your opponent's. The only problem is that card is sort of expensive. It's 3 mana, do nothing, and then you need 2 more mana to actually get it online. But it's interesting. It's a little interesting. I'll put in the B tier. Not stone cold useless or anything like that. Yeah, I mean you could actually look at this like 5 mana removal. Like it's a 5 mana removal or protection. Protect. Umazawa's Jite. From Mercenary. 2 mana art equipment. When it deals combat damage, put 2 charge counters on us. Remove a charge counter from Umazawa's Jite. The equipped creature can get +2/+2. Another creature can get -1/-1, or you can gain 2 life equipped for 2. This card is aged actually quite badly. I guess, I mean, maybe this is really popular amongst all the super artifact crowd. For as much as this card does, it is just not nearly as strong as it used to be. One of the best equipment. You know what? I'd actually disagree. At this point, we just have way better equipment. I would say Cauldron Complete is better than this. I would say Shadow Spear is better than this. I would say there is this tier of like super competitive equipment, and Umazawa's Jite is like a clear tier below it. Like a clear tier below the tier of actual best equipment in the game, but right before it. That's why they nerfed equipment. Why are they even nerfed equipment for? Like, okay, this card, the thing is, this was too interactive. If anything, they should have made equipment more like what they do with Shadow Spear. Like, that's exactly how it should have been done. I'm gonna put this in the B tier. No, I'll put it I'll put it in A tier. It's a good card, but it's not a great card. It's not a great card. Next, super chat coming from Marcio. Sorry, okay, I'll get to you, Marcio. I saw a bigger super chat. Planar Bridge. Planar Bridge, 6 mana, 8 for 8 tap. Search your library for a permanent card. Put it onto the battlefield, baby. That's what we want to do around here. But it's a lot of mana. It's a lot of mana. Maybe a little too much mana. Okay, I'll also put this. This is a little jank actually. I'll put in the B tier. It's strong jank. The effect, don't get me wrong, this effect is super great, but you're not gonna have 14 mana use it immediately. So your opponents are gonna have like a full rotation to wail on you or destroy this thing before you get the opportunity to actually activate it. This is how the Praetors were getting around. This is their wormhole. Is what you're telling me? Christopher B, the terminus of return. Lil MX Doom says, what I am learning from the stream is that Nikachu doesn't think that Pauper is a real format. Pauper is a real format. I have to admit though, I mean, if there are some Pauper bangers here, I don't know about them. But like, let's also not forget that Pauper has a lot of weak cards that are good. They got a lot of good cards that are good. Like, you have access to like Brainstorm and Dark Ritual and stuff like that. But they also got there's a lot of weak cards down there that end up being good. It's a really cool format. in that regard. Also, I have not played Pauper in a while, so I mean, if there's something that's outrageously bonkers in that format, I'm not aware. The Terminus of Return, a 2-mana Terminus Stone, indestructible. Tap for a black. Is this the only one? Oh no, this is okay. Hold on. Oh, okay. This was the Soul Stone, but from through the Omen Paths. Okay, can we like maybe you're not a Soul Stone fan. I'm still gonna go with this one. Pauper has a lot of weak cards that are good. That's right. That's right. You can quote me on that one. Soul Stone for 2 mana. Indestructible, tap for a black. 7 mana, tap. Exile a creature you control. Harness the Soul Stone. And for infinity, at the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Also a banger. Just a banger card all around. And it has a cool art. If I like this art, I mean, I think that art is super cool. Yeah, I'll put that in the S tier. I just think there's just so little downside and so much upside to that damn thing. Bab, do you have a tier below D? No. Titanium Man. This is probably for the D tier. 4 mana, 3 for human villain. When it attacks, choose 1. You can gain flying until end of turn, or you can deal 1 damage to any target. Hey, look at that. That's like it's like a bowmaster. Okay, we'll put him in the D tier. I'm not playing this card. Neither the rest of you. The titanium. It doesn't even look like titanium either. We got Super Potatoes. Thanks so much for your super chat. Karn Silver Golem. Oh, the OG. If I remember, he sort of sucks. 5 mana, 4/4. If he blocks or becomes blocked, it's -4, +4. That's useless. And for 1 mana, target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness, each equal to its converted mana cost until end of turn. I mean, they did him dirty. This card is, the card is just pathetic. But though they saved him in the future, they made him a planeswalker. He became, I mean, Karn has been a competitive card many times over Magic the Gathering's history, like many times. So they saved Karn. Eventually. They gave him what he deserved. Recognition. Next. Snipes lands with the Mickelson Lad. I mean, it has that combo, but like, there's other ways of getting that combo off. Hexenort. Storm Forge Armor. 3 mana equipment. Equipped creature has, whenever this creature attacks, conjure a card named Ball Lightning onto the battlefield. Tapped and attacking, equipped for 3 life. Holy crap. That card actually seems pretty good for the price of a Ball Lightning. So long as I'm attacking with my creature. But I gotta pay 3 life. Okay, this I bet this is a card that it looks good on the surface, but then when you play with it, it's actually quite poor. Especially if you have nothing on the battlefield. I'm gonna put in the C tier. I bet when you play with this card, it's jank. It looks good. I mean, I could be wrong. But I mean, any removal spell and poof, it's gone. I mean, one advantage is it is equipped for 3 life, but I don't know how many times you can keep doing this over and over again. Like, I could also see a board state, you got like, 3 creatures, so you play the Stoneforged Armor. Oh no, but someone could just destroy the creature at the beginning of combat, so you'll never get it, never get the whole thing. You'll never get value out of it. Christopher B, imagine paying to get all those Ball Lightnings back at once. All of them back at once. Stormy Cap, Mox Opal. Yeah, danger. I think it should be banned. They unbanned it for some stupid reason. Metalcraft at 1. It's literally a Mox. All right, it's a downside that you need to have 3 artifacts. I have to build my deck around this card, Nikachu. You don't understand how hard it is to put so many artifacts in my entire deck. There aren't enough good artifacts to make Mox Opal good. I have to play with bad artifacts. Wrong. Unbelievable. We have a literal Mox hanging out in like Modern and Legacy, and also it's just tearing up Modern right now. Who the hell thought that was a good idea to unban? Yeah, basically any Mox or Lotus cards has to be a danger, or else it's like a flavor fail. It was a suit. Do we have any super chats from anyone that hasn't got a super chat before? It's all the usual suspects on the show. I mean, I do appreciate it. Marty's Rules, the Optimus Prime hero. How does this card end up being on the show every single time? Well, I'll tell you how you can play this card. You can play with Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards on Magic Online. If you are renting on Magic Online, it can be cheaper and a huge ban list saver, because when you play on Magic Online, you can play any deck you want. And if it is on the target of getting banned, don't worry about it, because you just send those banned cards back and you rent yourself a new deck. That's right. Use coupon code Nikachu_Z4M for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. And now back to Optimus Prime. This is, what is it? 6 mana for 4/8. It is a legendary artifact. Okay, you got me. It doesn't feel very artifact-like, because it's literally 3 colors. Fan factor, Memnite and Ornithopter, that sound be banned. Oh, Mox Opal did nothing wrong. Yes, we got a ban Ornithopter and Memnite. The 0 mana creatures. Okay, you can convert this thing for 5 mana. At the beginning of each end step, bolster 1. When Optimus Prime dies, returns to the battlefield converted under its owner's control. Becomes Optimus Prime Autobot leader. So it has like, what, a 2nd life? Living Metal. As long as your turn, this vehicle is also a creature. Trample. Whenever you attack, bolster 2. The chosen creature gains trample until end of turn. When that creature deals combat damage to a player this turn, convert Optimus Prime. So basically, it's like sort of industry. It has Undying, basically. It's a 6 mana 4/8 bolster with Undying. And then at your option, well, on the Undying side, deal combat damage, then reconvert it, and it has Undying again. It's okay. It's okay. I think that, I mean, yeah. So what? Undying. How much is Undying worth at 6 mana? Not enough. I'm gonna put in the B tier. I don't think the front abilities are all that impressive. It's just, I actually look at it as more of a vanilla creature on the front. Next, let's take from the freebie section. Kano, have we done Shadow Spear? Shadow Spear has been like, I mean, this card is just a staple. It's arguably like the best equipment in the game right now. Arguably, I don't know. Can anyone name an equipment that's actually better than this one? Like any equipment, doesn't even need to be legendary. 1 mana, equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has trample and lifelink. Pay 1, permits your opponent's control, lose hexproof and indestructible, and also equip for 2. The genius of this card is that it is cheap. It's just, it's not clunky. You can play this on turn 1 and then relatively easily equip this thing later on in the game. None of this like equip for 3 or cast for 3, equip for 2. Also, it has like all these abilities are very useful. If you want to, if you need to push through damage, it will give you trample. So I think the card is I think this is the best equipment, or one of the best. It's either the best equipment, and also you can find it off of Urza's Saga, which is also a huge pain. I hate that. Sort of Feast and Famine in Command is arguably better than Shadow Spear. I think Shadow Spear is still more flexible overall. Yeah, it's excellent any form. It's got all over format dominance. Charging Badger with the Throne of Grim Captain. This is a card. It's 2 mana, tap to mill 2 cards. Craft with Dinosaur, Merfolk, Pirate, and Vampire. What the hell? And then if we somehow do that, we get the Grim Captain. Holy crap! We get something out of this, though. It's a 7/7. Menace, Trample, Lifelink, and Hexproof. Whenever the Grim Captain attacks, each opponent sacrifices a non-land permanent. They may put an exiled creature card used to craft the Grim Captain onto the battlefield under your control, tapped and attacking. What the hell? So hold on, how do we get... How does crafting work? Exile this artifact, exile the 4 from permanents I control. And or in cards in your graveyard. Oh, thank God. Yeah, repeated mill for 2 is actually on the cheaper side. Yeah, I mean, okay, you know what? I was about to put this in the D tier, but like self mill, continuous self mill is actually not that bad. It's like a mill mana. It's like a mill rock. Okay, I'll give it C tier. You be milling. You be milling out there. We got the skeleton with the Reaper King. I made my first EDH deck around it. I don't know. What is the fascination with Reaper King? This is such an absolutely, like, beloved card. Okay, for 5 mana, or 10 mana, however you want to cast it. It's a 6/6. Other scarecrow creatures you control get +1/+1, and whenever another scarecrow comes into play under your control, destroy target permanent. I guess the idea of blowing stuff up is quite appeasing to people. It's a strong effect, don't get me wrong, and it can also be put in a lot of different decks. I'll give it A tier. I guess it's like a really good changeling card, if anything. Fan factor, the Mightstone and Weakstone. Changeling scarecrows. I guess it's like, yeah, it is the god. This guy is like the god for the changelings. God of the changelings. 5 mana, Power Stone. When the Mightstone and Weakstone enters the battlefield, choose one. Draw 2 cards. Target creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn. Or tap, add double colors. This mana, unfortunately, can't be spent to cast non-artifact spells. We'll view the back. That's never happening. I think I've seen this card being played against me like one. It's like an okay to blink type of card. It's very expensive. I think it's a bit dirtily though. So, I mean, you're basically spending 5 mana as like a removal spell for the most part. If you can blink it, it's nice. It's good value. It's still on the clunkier side. I'll put in the B tier. Like, you have to... I think you have to blink this card to make it worthwhile. Or you're probably just wasting your damn time. Cammy with the One Ring. The One Ring to rule them all. Not even gonna waste time on this. One of the best. This could be like maybe just the best artifact in the game. No play testing whatsoever. Nothing. No play testing whatsoever. Fools. They didn't even try. They had no idea what they were doing. They just don't play test cards anymore. Every card that has like a last second change or swap is just broken now. That's just how Magic the Gathering is. Next super chat. Who has not got... It's like I'm looking for no super chat yet. Blink Somniac with Helm of the Host. Helm of the Host, 4 mana equipment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a token that's a copy of equipped creature, except that token isn't legendary. That token gains haste and equip for 5. You know what? Just because of Commander, I'll put this in the S tier. Only because... Oh, I want the original art, though. Here. Ugh. I don't want the dates. There we go. Get rid of the dates. I'm getting really picky here with my Helm of the Host. Just for Commander... I'll give it S tier, just because the combo potential out of this is just so bonkers. There's so many it's not like there's one combo. There's like an infinite number of combos you can make off of Helm of the Host. So because of that, I'll give it S tier. Ornithopter is not legendary. I know it because I've been attacked by a billion ornithopters before. We got Aaron, though, with the Immortal Sun. Suns are technically not immortal. they eventually blow up into a supernova. Sleep well, kids. Including our son. 6 mana. Players can't activate Planeswalker loyalty abilities. At the beginning of your draw step, draws an additional card. That's pretty good. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. I don't know how useful that is after I cast all my cheap stuff, and now I just spent 6 mana on this. Creatures you control get +1/+1. There's a lot of utility off of this card. This sun, this specific sun might be. It might be immortal. Okay, I think there's just some this is tough. This is like a bad S tier card or like a really good A tier card. Okay, I'll put in the A tier. It's really good though. It's really good. If anyone thinks this is S tier, like I like all these cards, like all these abilities are useful. Like none of them are crap abilities. Christopher B is going to correct me. No, they only go supernova if they're massive enough. Soul isn't. It will merely go nova. Okay. You know what? I didn't pay that much attention in my astronomy class. Got like a C or something, so I'm going to just rely on you over there. Hexanort. Prototype X8. An alchemy card. 10 mana. That's a lot of mana. For an 8/8 robot octopus. What the hell is this? Like, where is it coming from? Edge of Eternities? Really? The spells cost 2 less to cast for each creature card in your graveyard. Okay, that's fine. Whenever another creature you control enters, if you cast it, sacrifice it. If you do conjure a duplicate of it onto the battlefield, the duplicate perpetually becomes a robot artifact in addition to its other types. This is just weird. Whenever another creature you control, so if I cast a card, what is even the point of this? I have stuff in my graveyard. Is that the whole idea around here? I don't get this card. I could be so far off base here. I'm putting it C tier. I don't know what it does. Yeah, exactly. That's how I'm looking at it. Vorniferous. It's like, yeah, I guess. Like, I mean, yeah, okay, sure. Graveyard love plus robot love. Like, I don't get it. I don't know the synergy here. What's the synergy? RCB with the Helm of Cauldra. Isn't this thing gonna suck? Yeah, this thing is just gonna be a pile of junk. 3 mana equipment. Equipped creature has first strike, trample, and haste for 1 mana. If you control if you control the equipment named Helm of Cauldra, Sword of Cauldra, and Shield of Cauldra, put a 4/4 colorless avatar legendary creature token named Cauldra into play. Attach to the and attach those equipment to it. A little too much work in my opinion. I'm too lazy to get all the Dragon Balls together. I'm just gonna put in the D tier. We're not doing this. This is not as easy as assembling Tron, that's for sure. It's not even close to the same thing. Restian Serpentine, thanks so much for your super chat. We got the Earth Crystal. Is it anything like Crystal Pepsi? I heard drinking that stuff will make you throw up. The Earth Crystal is a 4 mana artifact. Green spells you cast cost 1 generic less to play. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, twice that many +1/+1 counters are put on that creature instead. And for 6 mana, tap distribute 2 +1/+1 counters among 1 or 2 target creatures you control, which is going to double them. That is a janky. It's like a janky value commander card. I'll give it A tier status, but it's a little janky. It reduces spells. I don't mind that. That sounds good. Next up, T. Corellius with the Great Henge, doing great stuff over there. The Great Henge. It's almighty 9 mana, but it's not really 9 mana. Costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. This ability, tap to get double green and gain 2 life. I mean, I think that's a lot of life. Whenever you get that every single turn, whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. This card, I think, it's sort of in danger. Like, I don't want this thing to even be on the battlefield in the first place. I think it's like way too overpowered. And you know, since you're in a green deck, it's like you're in a green deck. It's easily going to cost like 5 less mana anyway. Razgriz, Nikachu, today is a good day. I finally got my PC back after a long trip, and oh, I'm on. Congratulations. Congrats on your new PC. Or is it your new PC or old PC? No, you got it back. We've been reunited after a very long trip. I like being reunited with my PC too. Great Henge, it is super S tier. Card is S tier all the way. Very strong S tier card. Seeing a lot of competitive play too. Phil Goad, Ramos. Oh my god, is it these Ramos? This is the Eye of Ramos? Ramos Dragon Engine. Wow! This is the guy that made a bunch of crap in Mercadian Masks. I had so many of these garbage cards. Like the Eye of Ramos. Add 1 blue mana to your mana pool for 3. What a crappy mana rock. Sack it to add 1 blue mana to my mana pool. These cards are worthless. Thanks, Ramos. Now I know why I drew so much bulk crap. Garbage. Okay, this is a 6 mana 4/4 flyer. When you cast a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Ramos for each color. Sorry, for each of the spell's colors. Remove 5 +1/+1 counters from Ramos, and you get double Wooburg. Activate only once each turn. I have no idea if this is good or not. Was he assembled or disassembled? I'm assuming it was disassembled. Probably was not He had to have become Ramos first to then become the Eye of Ramos. You know what I mean? He had to have been a Ramos first. The card seems okay. I have nothing wrong with it. C tier. Or sorry, not C tier. B tier. Got some upside. It doesn't do any. The problem with this card, it doesn't do anything fancy, but it goes big or goes home eventually. Next, let's get Tanya's Lithoform Engine. The show is going to go on super long because of the super chats. Lithoform Engine is a 4 mana artifact. Pay 2, tap. Copy target activated or triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Pay 3, tap. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. And for 4 mana, tap. Copy target permanent spell you control. What? What? Copy target permanent spell? Oh, the copy becomes a token. So we can copy our own stuff. This is like just a good card. It's a good utility card. But this is more of a commanderish card where you can dirtle around enough to get enough value out of it. If all the abilities were cheaper, it could probably be S tier, but the abilities are not cheaper. They're quite expensive, but not too expensive enough for Commander. I mean, in Commander, I mean, it's very realistic that you could play this, like, for 8 mana, you 4 mana, play Lithoform Engine, and then activate any of these abilities to get value. Next, we got Cammy with the Celestis. On something's dying here. Is it my keyboard? We need power. It's not my mouse, is it? Okay, I think we're good now. The Celestis. Thanks so much for your super chat. A lot of Celestis cards. This is the Celestis, though. 3 mana artifact. If it's neither day or night. Oh God, this card really had to exist. It's neither day nor night. It becomes day as the Celestis enters the battlefield. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. 3 mana. Tap. If it's night, it becomes day. Otherwise, it becomes night. Activate only as a sorcery. This is. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, you gain 1 life. You may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. I hate it. I hate everything this card does. It's controlling day or night. Down to the D tier it goes. If this card actually has useful utility, which I don't think it does, well, I'm gonna be wrong. I'll take the L on this one. I'll just take the L. Break on through to the other side. Razgriz with Bolus's Citadel. Oh god. Bolus's Citadel. Probably one of the most dangerous cards in all of Magic the Gathering. 6 mana, legendary artifact. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You can play the card and pay life to cast the damn thing. And also tap sack 10 non-land permanents. Each opponent loses 10 life. This card, it danger. I mean, it's an it danger card. S tier. You'll be lucky the opponent passes the turn. And for you to live to see another day. It danger big time, yeah, I know. Next. Dancing Odie. Howling Mine. Howling Mine is not legendary. How about Portal to Phyrexia? That one might be legendary? Howling Mine. Portal to Phyrexia. Also not legendary. Okay, well, your super chat is gonna get donated. Sorry about that, Dancing Odie. Sorry about that. Okay, someone to 4C, you got a super chat. Look at you. You got yourself a super chat. Staff of Eden, Vault's Key. Dancing Odie is like, I didn't realize it had to be legendary. Well, it was in the title and everything. Staff of Eden Vault's Key is a 6 mana artifact. When Staff of Eden Vault's Key enters the battlefield, put target legendary permanent card not named Staff of Eden Vault's Key from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Oh, so it's 6 mana Reanimator. Tap, draw a card for each permanent you control but don't own. Oh! You can take any creature on the battlefield for 6 mana. That's interesting. Okay, I'll put in B tier. That sounds useful. Also seems like a pretty decent blink target. I skimmed the title on the way into the stream. Could Celestis be useful in a werewolf deck? Will you show me the werewolf deck that's stable enough? I don't know if there's enough werewolves that care about night and day and night. Well, Portal should be legendary. You're probably right. Soul of Samhain with Apple of Eden. Isu Relic. 4 mana. Tap, pay for life. Sacrifice Apple of Eden. Look at the top. Is this a Bible card or something? Look at the top. Look at target opponent's hand and exile those cards face down. You may play those cards this turn. And mana of any type can be spent to cast them. Until end of turn, whenever you play a land or cast a spell this way, its owner draws a card. At the beginning of the next end step, return the exiled cards to their owner's hand, activated only as a sorcery. This card looks bad. This card looks so bad. There's like no even guarantee that you're going to get something good from your opponent. It's like a weird Thoughtseize, but I mean, you need a lot of mana to cast their good stuff so that they don't. I'll put in the D tier. Bible's Secret Lair. I have a feeling that would be outrageously popular and unpopular at the same time. I think that would be like a super. I wonder if they're even thinking about it. I wonder if Wizards is thinking about it. You could have like the snake or something. I don't know that much lore from the Bible. I know there's an Adam and Eve. You could have Wrath of God. You could have Wrath of God in the thing. Next. Yeah, Lucifer versus Jesus pre-con starter pack. Exactly. It's building itself. The deck builds itself. They did that already within the game. You know what? You're probably right, Mercenary. You're probably right. We've gone down that route already. PDX with Slayer's Bounty. Hope we haven't sniped any of these super chats. There's a lot. Yeah, I'm just briefly looking over the super chats to make sure I'm not like hitting any of them. No, they look fresh. Slayer's Bounty, white. It's a white clue. When Slayer's Bounty enters the battlefield, look at the creature cards in target opponent's hand. Whenever you sacrifice Slayer's Bounty or another clue, draft a card from Slayer's Bounty's spellbook. I'm not gonna find out what I can get from that spellbook. We got a lot of Titanic cards today. Look at the creature cards in target opponent's hand. Whenever that's so weird too. So it's like a 1 mana like look at it type of card. It's 1 mana look at it. You can sacrifice it for 2 mana, but like that's a really clunky cantrip. D tier. A terrible card. Terrible card. Bryce with the Eternity Elevator. Anyone else with no card yet? You people with no 2 cards yet, you have no shot. No shot. There's so many people who wants cards. The Eternity Elevator. I always wondered if there's an elevator that goes out into space, what does that look like from an astronaut's point of view? You see, the elevator that elevator must be moving so fast at the end. It's just getting whipped around by like the Earth. 5 mana spacecraft, tap for 3 generic. It's got station. And plus 20 if you charge it. Tap, add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of charge counters on the Eternity Elevator. That's a lot of mana. It's because it's got 20, right? So it starts at 5. This is just like Gilded Lotus with upside. Which is like, it's okay. Like, whatever. You're like, whatever, it's okay. I'm not gonna say Gilded Lotus is like not good. I'm not gonna say Gilded Lotus is too good for this game. Artifacts are a popular card type and show idea. You know what? Tier lists are I should do more tier lists. I used to do tier lists all the time. Now, I don't know why I'm not doing so many tier lists anymore. Random Age. Oh, I think you've been trying to get Krark's Thumb on the show like all day. Krark's Thumb. Not Krark's other thumb. Oh, this is legendary. If you would flip a coin, instead flip 2 coins and ignore 1. I'm not gonna lie with you. I think this card is bad. And the reason I think it's bad is just there's just not that many flip a coin cards. Like this thing it's like $20 because it's for people who like to build janky decks. I don't think there's any practical use for this card. I'm putting it into the C tier. Like, I get it. If you can pair it with a card, like some card that flips coins, the odds are in your favor. But you got to fill your deck with a bunch of junky cards. Krark only has so many thumbs. Of course, it's legendary. Technically has 2. So is it the left or the right? That's the real question here. John, God Pharaoh's statue. Did we do this one? I think we did this one. Oh, we didn't. 6 mana. Spells your opponent's cast cost 2 more to cast, and at the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses 1 life. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a little expensive, to be honest. Maybe this is also like a C tier level card. It's somewhere between B and C. C needs a little love here. God Pharaoh's is a nice one. It's not, I mean, it's not bad. If you can ramp, so here's the deal. If you can ramp into this thing's great. So if you can get this out on turn 3, you just crush everybody else at the table. If it's gonna come out super late, it will definitely be impactful, but it won't be backbreaking. Missed the show. I missed the show, I guess. You have minute. Well, hey, you might get super chatted something. Corbinek Palantir of Orthanc. This card is actually nuts. 3 mana. At the beginning of your end step, put an influence counter on Palantir of Orthanc. I guess Orthanc. And scry 2. Then target opponent may have you draw a card. If the player doesn't, you mill X cards, where X is the number of influence counters on Palantir of Orthanc, and that player loses life equal to the total mana value of those cards. If you put this in a deck with super high converted mana costs, it's a lose-lose situation. Like, you're going to lose one way or another, whatever you choose. It's very frustrating to play against. I'll put this in the A tier category. I might have to move my head. I might have to move my big head. Okay, it's super chat time. Super sorry for anyone that did not get a card. Hopefully some of these get disqualified for your sake. Pacers fan forever with Cauldron Complete. Oh, the actual Cauldron Complete. Cauldron Complete. 7 mana, living weapon, indestructible. Equipped creature gets +5/+5. First strike, trample, indestructible, haste. And when this creature deals combat damage to a creature, you do exile that creature. I've gotten many of my creatures that I thought I could block with get exiled, even though they were indestructible. Also equipped for 7, but you're not usually playing this to equip for 7. You're just playing this for the... You just throw it on the battlefield with like Stoneforge Mystic or something. You cheat it into play. That's the idea. That's the idea. Stick to the plan. I still think it's pretty good, actually. Do you know what? I'll put in the S tier. It's still pretty good. Next. Lessian, I've been here since the show began, never got chosen. Well, the problem is there is a million super chats. I mean, these are the doubles. You know, at some point I just started ignoring these guys because there's so many super chats. But we're gonna get to them now. We've got Lil MX Doom, the Regalia. Thanks so much for that super chat as well. It's a car. Beep beep. I'm a Jeep. 4 mana, 4/4 vehicle. Haste. Whenever the Regalia attacks, reveal cards on the top of your library until you reveal a land card. Put that card onto the battlefield tapped, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. I don't like it. It's sort of 4 mana ramp because I mean you crew for almost nothing. So 4 mana, attack with it immediately. Go get a land card, I guess. Where do I? Here, I'll take the front of this car. You got some weak ramp over there. C tier. You know what? I'm gonna upgrade this taxing card, the statue. It can be B tier. It deserves a better quality of life than all the rubbish down here at the C tier. Note any land, any artifact land. Oh yeah, any land. No, that's fine. Well, but it's only. Whoa. Am I tutoring? Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land card. Yeah, it's any land, but it is strictly. It's random. You don't get a choice over what kind of card you get. It's the luck of the draw around here. My kill. Lil MX Doom pays to win. Big oops. Or yeah, big ups. Oops to Lil MX Doom. And also Pacers fan forever with Karn. Legacy Reforged. An actual artifact. Oh wow, they actually reprinted him as an artifact again. Yes, when they lost the spark. He's a sparkless person now. 5 mana, star. Its power and toughness are each equal to the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. At the beginning of your upkeep, add colorless for each artifact you control. This mana can't be spent to cast non-artifact spells until end of turn. You don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. Power is equal to the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. So I need a really big artifact. What if I have? Oh, I guess okay. It's at least 5. I get mana for each artifact. The mana can't be spent to cast non-artifact spells. Okay, you know what? This is okay. But you can't cast colorless spells. You can't cast colorless spells off this. I'm not sure. I'll put it in the B tier. I'm just a little confused on this card. I have to see how it plays out. I still think Scryfall needs is waifu search criteria. That's a really good idea. Do you know what the problem is? They may not know what a waifu... They may not. There might be different types of cartoonish looking cards. They don't know which one's the waifus and which ones aren't. They can't tell. Marcio, I actually have an EDH deck that revolves around Realm Breaker, the Invasion Tree. Realm Breaker. Thanks for your super chat. Build a whole deck around this card. 3 mana, pay 2, tap. Target opponent mills 3 cards. Put a land card from their graveyard onto the battlefield tapped under your control. From their graveyard. Okay, it could be any card that's from their graveyard. It gains if this land would leave the battlefield, exile it. Pay, so then 10 mana, tap, sacrifice Realm Breaker, the Invasion Tree, search your library for any number of Praetor cards put onto the battlefield, and then shuffle. That sounds real jank. So what is the value to this card? 3 mana, you do nothing. Then you can mill somebody and then sort of ramp with this card. Okay. I don't mind the second ability. The last ability sounds so unrealistic. Like it's never gonna happen. I'll put it in the B tier. Like I should say it'll never happen. It's just unlikely to happen. I don't even know this should be the B tier. Okay, it's just not doing enough for 5 mana. It's just not doing enough. About 70% ramp, 15% tutors, 15% praetors. Radiant Lotus works wonders in this deck. I don't doubt it. Next, did we get a... What in the hell is going on here? There's more super, like, I still have like 11 super chats. Hold on, I need to set up more music. I wasn't prepared for this. I wasn't prepared for this. Okay, the skeleton with Memnarch. Specifically a secret lair reprint. Okay, let's look at that one. Memnarch. The secret lair drop. This looks terrible. Does he have a cowboy hat on? 7 mana for a 4/5. For 3 mana, target permanent becomes an artifact in addition to its other types. And for 4 mana, gain control of target artifact. It's very, very, very funsies. I don't think this card is really all that competitive at all. It's very expensive. Like everything it does is expensive. C tier. I think there was probably a time this card was awesome, but now it's just getting... I think it's just a smidge too clunky. Just a smidge too clunky. Like, you know, these days, no ETB. What is this, a rookie card? Which is sad. ETBs just take over everything these days. If you have enough mana, though, it basically it's like it has an ETB. But you can interact with it before it pulls off the second ability. Memnarch used to be one of the best generals in EDH. I believe it. Razgriz says, rate my dinner, chili and grilled cheese. I think that's a banger dinner. I love that dinner. 7 mana up front is a bit too much for a card that does next to nothing right away. I know that's the problem with these cards. Next we got Blinksomniac with, is the Sarima considered a tutor? Maybe? What is this called? Sariema? 3 mana, spacecraft. Enter, search your library for a legendary creature card. 100% it's a tutor. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Then it has 7 charge counters on it. It gets flying, and other tapped legendary creatures you control have indestructible. That is pretty good. Search your library for a legendary creature card. This card is awesome. Put it into your hand, not even on top of your deck. I think this card is a banger. This card is like 55 cents for some reason. What are tutors like this? What, a 3 mana tutor is bad? Look at that ability. Like, it's a tutor that's a permanent. You could even blink this thing. I think this card is great. I think this card's awesome. Maybe it should even be S tier. Okay, we'll just leave it at A tier. Okay, I'm too big. We gotta shrink me down. Right here, I can hang out with you guys down here. Right, am I right next to chat? Yeah, base. There we go. There we go. I'm hanging out with all you guys down here. Little MX Doom, I got paid today, so I'm gonna make it your problem. Well, it's a good problem for me to have, to be honest. Let's get to some of those cards. Lil Max Doom says, speaking of Moxen, which was like 40 minutes ago, I saw a tweet recently from a local game store's Legacy Night where someone proxied their entire deck except for the Power 9, which was real. Look at that! It was a super chat with no card. You know what that means, everyone? Who wants a super chat? It's on Lil MX Doom. Okay, so who has no card yet? I will grab the no card yet people. No, you got a card. You donated. You donated, Dancing Odie. Did you? Oh no, but you got. Oh, the thing failed though. Hold on. Okay, yeah, but your super chat failed. Oh, now where are you? I don't even know where you are. I clicked on your thing and I let. Oh, Ether Works Marvel. Is that legendary? It is legendary. This card sucks so much for a card that was like borderline banned when it was in standard. 4 mana. Whenever a permanent you control is put into a graveyard, you get an energy. Tap, pay 6 energy. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may cast a card from among them without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. You can't rely. I mean, it can be destroyed with artifact removal. You can Pithing Needle the damn thing. Getting something good off the top of the deck is just miserably awkward. So like it had its time in standard just because no one could interact with the damn thing, but it was actually not good at all. I'm actually gonna put in the D tier. It's so funny. This is like one of the best cards. Sorry, this is one of the worst cards of all time that accidentally was temporarily broken. Energy is like a parasitic design. Oh yeah, that was another thing. You can't interact with the energy. You basically still can't interact with energy for the most part. Next, let's get another Lil MX Doom, I guess. The Cult of Scarrow. Or Scarrow. Whoever that is. The commander of my clone deck. The Cult of Scarrow. Is there no the? Oh, Cult of Scarrow. It's got the machines. Beep, 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 meep, meep, meep. 4 mana for a 4/4 Dalek. Attacks, choose one at random. They put a +1/+1 counter on each artifact creature you control. Can draw 2 cards. Sack. Create a 3/3 black Dalek artifact creature token with menace. And fast. Each opponent loses 4 life. So only when it attacks, though. No ETB, which is the problem of this card. All of these, drawing 2 cards is pretty awesome, though. Drawing 2 cards, that's pretty sweet. See, just for that one ability, I'll put in the C tier. And so all the other abilities are like pure upside. It's really not that bad. Exterminate, I don't know what a Dalek sounds like. I just assume it has the most robotic crap voice like in any other movie or bad TV show. Next, we got Trent Sims is in the house with Ultron Artificial Malevolence. Three mana, 2/4 robot villain. Whenever another non-token artifact you control enters, you can pay 2. That which is bad. No one wants to pay 2. If you do, create a token that's a copy of it. If the token isn't a creature, it becomes a 2/2 robot villain creature in addition to its other types. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Whenever another non-token artifact you control enters, you can pay 2. I always have to have this mana up. If you do create a token that's a copy of it. If the token isn't a creature, because it's just a non-token artifact, it could be like whenever another non-token. If it's just a random artifact, it turns into a creature. I don't like I don't like paying this mana. I know like it's optional, but then like what's the point of having the card in the first place? B tier. This card might be worth a lot more than I'm giving it credit for. You know, MTG used Cyborg as a creature type in Unstable, but refuses to use it elsewhere despite how many Cyborgs exist. What a fail. Okay, we gotta look at another Lil MX Doom card. Armix! I have a feeling Armix plays an artifact deck of some sort. I mean, they have to. Armix, Filigree. There's no shot. I wonder what the commander is. Because these are all legendary creatures. 3 mana, 3/2 golem. Whenever Armix, Filigree, Thrasher attacks, you may discard a card. When you do, target creature defending player controls gets -X until end of turn. Where X is the number of artifacts you control plus the number of artifact cards in your graveyard. Also has partner. It's got a partner. It's not bad. Sad but understandable to see Page loose leaf that low. Yeah. I don't know if it's a bomb in Pauper. Sorry, Pauper's not carrying enough weight right now. So when it attacks, you can discard a card. Unfortunately, only attack ability. The problem with these like attacking cards is if you don't like you have to attack, it has to live till next turn. But I don't think the ability is useless, so I'll put it in the C tier. Like it's a decent value type of card. Okay, well, I'm gonna be back. I ran out of tea, and there's still a million super chats. I'll be back in a second. I'll be right back. I needed more drink. I wasn't gonna make it. I didn't budget the night show to go for like 2 hours, and it looks like we're going that way. Okay, next that was a little MX Doom card. Let's look at a Marcio card. Turgrid's Lantern. Why? Because we can play the back side of this. Okay, I'm just gonna judge this side. I'm not gonna judge the other side. 4 mana, legendary artifact. Tap. Target player loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. And for 4 mana, untap Turgrid's Lantern. I do like this card. Because it's like it's an infinite mana sink. So infinite mana plus this card is a combo, and you do get 2 cards in one because it is a double-sided card. So who cares what's on the other side? Card is very, very good. I'll put it into the A. I think we could put an S tier actually. I think it's that good. Is this card popular? Yeah, it's decently popular. It's like $21 or something. It's not nothing. It's not nothing. Little MX Doom with Chandra's Regulator. What the hell does that mean? Chandra needs regulation or something? Chandra has her own regulator. The government's after her. Oh, it's literally a machine. 2 mana, legendary artifact. Whenever you activate a loyalty ability of a Chandra Planeswalker, you may pay 1. If you do copy that ability, you may choose new targets for the copy. And for 1 mana, tap, discard a mountain card or a red card to draw a card. I hate it. I hate this. This looks terrible. I mean, if you got like maybe if you got Chandra Kindred going on, you can justify this thing. Barely. It seems so narrow. Turgrid is considered super toxic in Commander. Well, then I guess that's worth being S tier. Super worth it to be S tier. 2-card people you're just dreaming over that. You're just dreaming. Like if there was Nikachu in the D tier where he belongs. Look, I'm trying to make space. I'm trying to make space for S tier and A tier. Which is funny. Ever since I moved down here, all the cards have been going down here. We haven't got any more good cards coming along. Oh no! Oh, Marty's rules. I think we just did Turgrid's Lantern. You literally, or was it your card that we just did Turgrid's Lantern for? I'm pretty sure that wasn't it Marcio's. I guess if you're gonna go Kindred on a Planeswalker, might as well be with enough cards. Okay, we have to. Okay, I have to. Who has no card yet? We did the reality chip already. I put it in A tier. Okay, who has no card yet? Which page had the heir apparent treatment? Imagine that in Commander. Oh, we can all imagine it. Who has no card yet? The people asking for 2 cards have been desperate as hell. But there are so many people who didn't get even a single card. Where is... I think the people with no card yet, they just gave up. They just left. They're like, okay, well, it's all super chats. There's like, I'm missing like 13 people in chat. I'd request Krark's thumb because we can't do Krark's other thumb. You know, there is no artifact that you can run any number of copies as of yet. Oh, is there? Okay, I guess I have to go. I'm gonna go deep. Lesthian with Infinite Guideline Station. What the hell is this? Wooburg for spacecraft. When it enters, create a tap 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token for each multicolored permanent you control. It has station, flying, and at 12 charge counters. Whenever Infinite Guideline Station attacks, draw a card for each multicolored permanent you control. This card's just terrible. That is a lot of work, in my opinion, for very, very little. Also D tier. Well, now I gotta move again. You can't see these. Oh no, hold on. I could put around the D tier. Hold on. Put it over here. Not gonna get in my way. It's okay. It's all good. It still looks good around here. Next, Lil MX Doom with the Warring Triad. I'm gonna run out of super chat sound effects, to be honest. Three mana 5/5. It's a god with flying, trample, and haste. Okay, so what's wrong with this card? Because so far it's broken. As long as there are fewer than 8 cards in your graveyard, this is not a creature. Okay, that makes some sense. Tap, mill a card. Target player adds 1 mana of any color. Mill a card. Target player. That person can be you. This card might be the first 3 mana rock I actually can get behind. Mill a card. We mill a card. And we ramp, and we can end up having a 5/5 trampling haste flyer. Maybe that's not as good as I think it is. Okay, this card, it doesn't look bad, though. It just looks bad. It looks B tier bad. B tier. Benny, what do you got for us, Benny, today? The throne of the God Pharaoh. Thanks so much for your super chat. Oh, this card's great. 2 mana legendary artifact. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equal to the number of tap creatures you control. And this card, I didn't know this card is legendary, but it's pretty easy to activate. And it's each opponent, so it scales incredibly well in Commander. I'll put this in A tier. I can't really put in S tier because it's not that powerful. It definitely doesn't do anything in 60 card Magic, but in Commander, it's a bomb. Definitely nice A tier card. Lil MX Doom with the Trazyn the Infinite. Whoever that is. In the oh, it's a combo machine. Hence why they call themselves the Infinite. That was no mistake. Mikeum says, funny, I saw a vote early for best 3 mana rocks, and Ward Triad was on it. Then again, Commander Sphere was also on it. Oh, I'm eating my the tea bag. Okay. Trazyn the Infinite, 6 mana, 4/6. It's a Necron. Is Adaptus here? Adaptus lurks all the time. Here's your chance, Adaptus. This is your type of card. Prismatic Gallery with Death Touch. Prismatic Gallery. As long as Trazyn The Infinite is on the battlefield. It has all activated abilities of all artifact cards in your graveyard. What about the One Ring? What would that do? Put a counter on this guy or something? Activated abilities. Must wait till next turn. Okay. Probably. It's like, okay, like the problem is with these cards, I think it's a little too much work to get online, so I'll put in the C tier. A little expensive. You may, oh, by the way, you might not even have anything in your graveyard, so this card could be just borderline useless. Why, oh, you think that's a B tier level card? Why kill? I mean, it's a 4/6 Death Toucher. At this point, you still have 10 super chats. I know! I can't get through the damn super chats. Marcio and Little MX Doom were, I don't know, they got like a early Christmas bonus or something. The last card came, I think it came from Little MX Doom. Blue Bomber! The Ether Sparklets. Add a Walkers to the list. Is it an artifact? Ether Sparklets. Oh, yeah, it's this is the only artifact planeswalker. Oh, because it's an equipment. 4 mana for 4 loyalty. What the whole world was like, they thought this card was so cool at the time. As long as the Ether Spark is attached to a creature, the Ether Spark can't be attacked. And it has, whenever equipped creature deals combat damage during your turn, put that many loyalty counters on the Ether Spark. +1, attach the Ether Spark to up to 1 target creature you control. Thank God. So basically, I don't have to pay mana anymore to equip creatures. Put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. -5, draw 2 cards. That is terrible. That is so bad. I basically will kill this thing off. -10, add 10 mana of any one color. That is never happening. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage during your turn, put that many loyalty counters on these Ether Spark. I guess that's the idea. I don't know how this card works in practice, though. It sort of looks clunky to me. I got no clue, though. I will just put in the B tier. I have no idea. This card could be A tier level. It's definitely not S tier level. I've never seen this card in competitive play once. I totally forgot this card existed. Totally forgot this card even existed. Wasn't this even the grand prize of the multiverse race? Could have been. Next we got, ooh, Kate Sith, the fortune teller. Oh my God, I need more music. Okay, Kate Sith. Fortune teller. I like these characters in, what is it, Final Fantasy VII? 4 mana, 3/3 with the, oh, lucky slots. I got a lucky slot sound effect. Where is it? Where is my lucky slot sound? There, this one. The beginning of combat on your turn, scry 1, then exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. When you exile a card this way, target creature you control gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is that card's mana value. There's actually a lot of value in this card. But you do have, at the beginning of combat on your turn, you get this immediately. It's borderline ETB. I'll take a picture of this guy. B tier. Running out of space. We're running out of space in the B tier. B tier is running out of space. It's in danger. I think this card has a lot of value. It's not completely guaranteed. You do have to wait. But I think it is still a lot of value. Lucky slots in the original game had a chance to kill you or one-shot any boss. Oh God. What is this, Russian roulette? Is it like Russian roulette Squid Game style? Where the recruiter and Gi-hun were playing back and forth? No hot tub stream yet. Bingo and music plays too early. Yeah. Well, it's not the show for the bingo card. I was trying to do a bingo card once for regular shows. Oh my God, it was too cumbersome. It made the show too cluttered. Little MX Doom with the RMS Titanic. Can't believe it's red. 4 mana for a 7/1 flying trample. When RMS Titanic deals combat damage to a player, sack it and create that many treasure tokens. That's not terrible. Crew for 3. Oh, that is terrible, though. It doesn't have haste. Not that it was a fast ship, anyway. It was never known. Yeah, Titanic, of course. I gotta pair it with this card. I can't believe we won't get a spacecraft retrain of this. Nope. I guess not. How do I capture this thing? Card seems overall bad. Flying, trample, and deals combat damage to a player. It's like a ball lightning that actually gives you treasures. Okay, I'll put it in C tier. It's a good ball lightning, without the haste part. Watch out for the comets. Of course, it's red. It lost to blue. Oh, you mean the iceberg? Marcio. Last card. Krang, Utrom Warlord. Oh my god, that card. The card is that, I think that's a broken card, right? Krang, Utrom Warlord. Oh no, not this one. Thinking of another one. Okay, there's a 9 mana 9/9. Utrom Robot. I don't know what that means. Flying, trample, indestructible, and haste. I don't know. If you ask me, Krang is not all that indestructible. Anyone who that, you know, it's funny. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they mastered every weapon except one. The bow and arrow, which would have been very useful in defeating Krang if you ask me. Just one arrow and that's it. He's dead. Other artifact creatures you control have flying, trample, indestructible, and haste. This card is strong, but it's also just a lot of mana. I think I'll give it A tier. I mean, the card is just like every great stat that you would want to have on a card, and it's also generic mana. But I mean, I'm just not gonna give it S tier. That's for a very special type of card. Titanic was just another ocean liner that sank and killed a lot on board, restructuring the ocean liner industry. It was also like the biggest ship at the time, wasn't it? It was the big bad ship. Lil MX Doom with Arabella Abandoned Doll. I swear to God, I see this card like almost every single time on this show. What is with everybody's fascination with this creepy doll? 2 mana, 1/3. When it attacks, it deals X damage to each opponent, and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 2 or less. Is it just like because it's a perpetual lightning helix or something? The card is weak, and like it's asking you to have like a bunch of other weak creatures on the board. I guess tokens count. Okay, just in case tokens count, we can put you in B tier. Because converted mana cost 0 is the number of creatures you control. Oh, sorry, it's power 2 or less. Yeah, okay, that works out. Works out perfectly. Next, we got Blink Somniac with the Nyx Lotus. What super chat sound effect haven't I used today? Thanks so much for your super chats, Blink Somniac. I appreciate it. 4 mana. It comes into play tapped. But tap, choose a color. Add an amount of mana of that color equal to your devotion to that color. This is a banger. I'm not going to say it's like S tier banger. It is definitely A tier banger, though. That is a lot of mana. If you're looking for another Nykthos Shrine to Nyx, well, you're in luck. You can get the Nyx Lotus, which is almost as good. Except for the fact that it comes into play tap. But that's okay, because next turn, it's going to give you a boatload of mana. The doll is basically an urban myth. Good to know. Restion Serpentine says, I was making a Futurama reference because there was a Titanic he piloted into a black hole. Oh! I probably saw that episode a long, long time ago. Mindslaver? Is it really legendary? Interesting. This is an iconic card. 6 mana, legendary artifact. Pay 4, tap, sacrifice Mindslaver. You control target player during that player's next turn. This actually, I mean, this card is so iconic. We have to give it S tier. There's an S tier level card. I mean, it is technically a combo card. This, if you have enough mana for this and you have Academy Runes up, you win. You just win in a one-on-one game. And there's like a lot of other ways you can maneuver a mind slaver to make you give you a winning game. Blue Bomber with the Thrumming Stone. Good God, what do I got left here? Looking at all my sound effects, I think I've done them all already. Thrumming Stone for 5 mana. Spells you cast have Ripple 4. I honestly don't even know what that means. So hold on, like it's like if you encounter a card that you just cast, you can cast it for free. How many cards do you go deep? Whenever you cast a spell, you may reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may cast spells with the same name as that spell from among the revealed cards without paying their mana costs. So the problem with this card is it only works if you build an entirely jank deck around it. Like Relentless Rats, Hair Apparent. So you have to, like, it's just a jank combo deck, which I have no faith in. No faith whatsoever. I actually think this is a D tier worthy artifact. I don't even like, are those decks even successful to any degree? Seriously, are any of those decks any good? Persistent Petitioners, yep. Any of the cards that say you may have any number of this card in my deck. Alan Comer built a deck around it in 2006. Is it that old? Oh, it's from Cold Snap. It is pretty old. I guess Cold Snap is sort of new old. Christopher B says, how many times have we gone back to Storm, yet never to this? We really should call it Ripple Scale at this point. Yes. This card is worthless. The Ripple Scale. It should be for mechanics we never use because they're worthless. Lil MX Doom with Conformer Shuriken, one of my favorite equipment. Of course, you paid $2 to have it on the show. Conformer Shuriken. Look at that art. It's a 2 mana equipment. Equipped creature has whenever this creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls. If that creature has greater power than this creature, put a +1/+1. A number of +1/+1 counters on this creature equal to the difference. Equipped creatures whenever this creature attacks. That is not too bad. I mean, I'm still not in love with this card, but I like the idea that you have the ability to tap down your opponent's like best blocker. What am I going to take a picture of? I guess the star-looking thing. Probably still a C tier worthy card. It's a bit. It's one of the cheaper equipment, to be honest, because it costs 2, equip for 2, but it's not cheap enough that I'd really want to have this thing in the deck. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna bump it up. The fact that it buffs up your creature is a pretty sweet deal. Okay, I'll put it into B tier. That is a pretty sweet deal. Yo, Mudasir. It's not old. Yeah, it's not old. Just almost 2 decades ago. That's like half of Magic's lifetime. Lil MX Doom. Last card. Krang Mastermind. Did we end up going through like every single card? Okay, now this is S tier. This card is in. I'm pretty sure this card sees vintage play. It definitely sees modern play. 8 mana for a 1/4. Affinity for artifacts. When Krang enters, if you have fewer than 4 cards in hand, you draw cards equal to the difference. Krang gets +1/+0 for each other artifact you control. So it's like a 2 mana 10/4 that you get to draw a boatload of cards from. The card is just bananas. This is definitely worthy of S tier. 2 mana, draw 4. I mean, that's it's borderline Ancestor Recall. I mean, it's not even draw 4. You also have the body on the battlefield. The body on the battlefield is worth something too. And that's it for today. Nikachu, how long was your longest show ever? I think it was 3.5 or 4 hours. It was one of those custom card shows. Because they're crazy. They donate for forever, almost like this show. This was almost on par as like a what's it called, a custom Magic the Gathering show. And if you want to be part of these shows, I really appreciate you all being here. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Also for the evening crowd, Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Of course, thanks to everyone who supports the show. Oh, big support from the Super Chats, but also thanks to all the members on YouTube, the patrons on Patreon, of course, the Super Chatters who make the show what it is. And also, if you screw up your Super Chat, you supported someone else who couldn't pay for a Super Chat. And of course, thanks to everyone out and there in chat, making the show what this is every single day. People like Mercenary, Kano, Micum. We got Old Boy, Restion Serpentine. Yeah, time for bed. Someone to foresee, Marcio, Moodasir. Where do you put Embercleave, though? I don't remember now. Christopher B, Bob Talks Bridge, and many more. As usual, my coffee crew. Keep brewing those coffees. We're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.